Hey guys, Daniel here, and welcome to the Dan Fam. Today I have a pretty cool video for you guys. I am going to do a top 5 list of the agents in Valorant. So obviously the list will start with 5 and we will end it with the number 1 character or agent in Valorant. In my own opinion, obviously I want you guys to comment down below what you guys think, what's your opinions if you have played already, or what you think from what you've watched already. I'm going to quickly start. So we're in the practice area. It's a really nice one. I'm going to go to F2. This is all our character selections. And I'm going to start off pretty simple with my number 5. And that is Omen. That is right. Omen. So Omen's a pretty crazy character. He's a controller. And as you can see, he has a paranoia. And basically you fire a projectile and it can go through walls for a solid radius. What this does is it reduces the vision of the enemy, which causes them to not be able to aim right or even like see anything, and you can quickly push and shoot them all and kill them. We have E, his dark cover. Now this is a pretty simple one, and basically what this is like one of those shadow orbs thing that blocks the vision and causes like a big sphere of a cloud in whatever area of the map you want. For his C move is Shrewded Step, and what it does is basically allows you to teleport in a short radius. And then obviously the ultimate, which is his X, is From the Shadows. This is a solid and decent ability. This basically teleports you anywhere in the map. If you do it successfully in a secret spot, you can actually teleport yourself behind the opponents and just shoot them from behind while they're like waiting behind a corner for your team to attack from in front. So that is why Omen is my number 5. Now let's quickly go and play him a little bit. So let me show you that. So this is his C. Bam, teleported. Next we have our Q move, Stealing Sight. What it does is if you're like behind a corner right here and there's someone right here, you do this. You blind them and then you go shoot them right here. And then we have our easy E move. See this? You kind of adjust with right click and E. So you right click to go farther. And you do E to come closer. You left click. Places that little area right there. You go in. Or you let them stay in there. And once they come out all confused, you rat-a-tat, you shoot them. And then obviously our teleport. Now this one is trippy as heck. I used it and I think I kind of messed around in the map too much because I don't think you're supposed to be on the roof, but with this teleport I was able to teleport on the roof. So as you can see, that's our little buffer. But once we're here, we're actually in the building. I think I picked between the cracks. Now let's go into number 4. Number 4, my pick will be Silva. Silva is an initiator, and he is really useful because he can spot out enemies with his ability. So his E is his main one. It's the recon bolt. It's amazing. You have to use it like every time in the beginning of every round if you do have him. And this causes a big radius, and if they get caught in it, you know exactly where they are on the map, and you kind of see their silhouette through walls. Next, we have Shock Bolt. This one is your Q move. You just basically launch it and it explodes. It's nothing too special, but it's a solid move. For his C, we have Owl Drone. I actually really like it because you can be wherever in the map you want and just control a drone like a remote control car and just kind of move it around corners and freely be able to locate or scout whatever's in front of you. Then his ultimate is Hunter's Fury, which is insane. You basically can shoot up to 3 massive arrow shots that go through walls, and it's basically like a giant laser, but most of the time it does get a lot of kills if you hit them. So this is a really useful one. You can do 3 different ones in different angles, and they go through walls, and they're really long. So let me try them out for you guys. So let's see. Let's use our drone. So you click C and you right click, and basically use the arrows to move them everywhere, and you use the mouse to like turn left and right. Now next we have our Q move, so you can have it bounce as much as you want. So let's have it bounce 1 time off this wall. Bam. So bounce and it causes electricity right there. Obviously we have our A, so they might be over there. What you do is shoot that, and bam, look at that. Look at that, how big that radius is. It basically locates all your enemies for you. And then obviously we have our amazing ultimate. So that goes through a very long distance and it kills people through walls. So that's all I have to say. He's an awesome character. Let's go into our number 3 pick. So for number 3, we have Bray. Bray is a character you don't start with, but you can recruit her really easily once you do a little bit of the beginning missions. And with Bray, she's basically kind of like an explosive type of character with a lot of bombs and that type of things. But man, does she do damage, and she's really fun to play with if you do the right things. So her Q is a blast pack. It's super simple. You kind of just throw stuff. It's like a little like mini sticky bomb. You throw it on walls or whatever, and then you can detonate it. Then we have her paint shells. So that one she gets every time she starts. It's her E. It's a little grenade, and it kind of like explodes and turns into 4 little ones, and those explode as well. Then we have Boombot for her C move. I love Boombot because it's kind of scary. You hear it has a very distinct noise, and I get scared every time I hear it because I'm like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. So what it does is kind of like lets you know if an enemy's there, because if they don't shoot it, they will die. Because if you place it down correctly, it goes so fast towards them and explodes and usually instantly kills them. So a lot of times if you're around a corner and you're not sure if they're there, you do that. And her ultimate is amazing. Showstopper. It's basically you pick up a like rocket launcher and you have one shot, and basically just kind of aim it for the ground where they are, and whoa, it does so much damage. So if there was like 2 or 3 of them in the corner and you shoot that at them, they're dead. So let's quickly give a good look at her. All right, so you press C. Now you have your Boombot here. You left click where you want, so this tells you kind of like the path, and you want it to kind of bounce off walls to go around corners. So let's do that. So look at that. Bounce, bounce. And you see that little like light? If that catches a person, it locks onto them and starts riding towards them. And it explodes. Then we have Q. And bam, that explodes. You do one over there. So it's also a time bomb, actually. Explodes on its own. So that's really nice. And then we have our explosion right here. It kind of bounces a couple times. But as you can see, it explodes, and then it explodes into 4 different grenades, and those explode as well. That's really useful for damage. And obviously my favorite X, her ultimate. So you get a rocket launcher, and ka-chow. That's a pretty big area, and trust me, it does a lot of damage. So yeah, that's that. Let's go into our next character. At number 2, we have Phoenix. That's right. Phoenix. Obviously, Phoenix is pretty tough to use, but man, when someone knows how to use Phoenix, it's annoying. He does a lot of damage. But the thing is, some of his abilities actually heal him, as well as do damage to enemies, so that's kind of insane. So let's actually look into that. First off, he has Curveball, which is useful, but it's kind of hard to use. And what that is like a little like flash bomb, and you can curve it to the left or the right. So it's good for going around edges or corners, and it basically blinds people who get hit by it, like in the area. Then we have Hot Hands for his E ability. You start off with that every round. And what that is you shoot a fireball, and it lands on the ground and sets the ground on fire, which basically does damage to enemies. But the great part is if you go stand on it, you actually heal yourself. Next, we have Blaze, which is a firewall. Now this one is a really useful one too, because you basically set up a wall of fire so the team can't see through it. And also if they try to go through it, they take damage. And if you stand in it, you actually heal, or stand really close to it. And then we have Phoenix's ability, which is Run It Back. Run It Back is an amazing ability. Basically, just like a Phoenix, you go and you die and you come back to life. So you place it down somewhere away from the enemy, and then basically you turn into a Phoenix. You go wherever you want. You scout out whatever you want. You can go kill them. And then either the time runs out or they shoot you and you die. And then you respawn back to where that spot is. And it heals you back up to 100%. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Let's play some Phoenix real quick. So let's start up with our firewall. So as you can see, it kind of like lets you hold it for a second. And we just set up a firewall. Look how big that is. And look, for near it, we have healing. Next, we have our Q, which is our little like flash grenade thing. And you either left click or right click, depending on which side you want to hit it. Let's try not to blind ourselves, but basically we're around the corner, we're trying to hit it left. Bam. So I kind of blinded myself, but basically supposed to blind other people. But as you can see, that blinding was very hard to see through. Next, we have a fireball. So that would do damage to teammates, I mean, teammates and enemies, but if you stand in it, you heal. And finally, we have our ultimate. So basically, we're free to do whatever we want, shoot whoever we want, and once the time runs out or we get killed, we actually we go back to our spot, and we're 100%, as you can see, just like that. So yeah, Phoenix is amazing. Let's go straight into what number 1 is. So just to remind you, this is all my opinion. I hope you guys liked this video so far. Hit that like button if you're here and you're watching this far in. Comment below what you guys think, and subscribe to join the Dan fam. And let's go straight into what I think is number 1. Sage. Everyone knows Sage is one of the best characters, but in my opinion, Sage probably is the best character overall, just because she's also one of the only characters who can heal herself. So basically, you got Q, which is a slow orb. You throw it, and just like Phoenix, it lands on the ground, and it creates an area on the floor that basically slows everyone down. Then we have the healing orb, and she's the only character that can heal others. So basically, you use healing orb. You can either choose to use it on yourself or on other teammates, and I'm pretty sure it recharges after a while. Next, we have barrier orb, and that creates a little wall. It comes up. It's giant pillars. You can they can shoot through it, but it's pretty solid, and it's good to block like little doors and stuff on the way to your defense area. Next, we have resurrection, which is amazing. This is the craziest ultimate. Basically, if you find your teammate and you have your ultimate, you use it and you resurrect one of your characters completely. It's really hard to play without a Sage. And also the great part about the wall is if you place it down under you, you create your own little like high area. Next, we have our slow area. We'll just throw that there. See, that's a giant area and people are slow there. Next, we have our heal. So you can right click to heal yourself or left click to heal others. And then we have resurrect, which obviously I can't right now because there isn't anyone to resurrect. But overall, that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I might do best guns in the game next. So basically just comment down below if you want to see that. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.